Okay, welcome back. I've got a little surprise over there to show you later on. But first, let's get in here, do a quick little update on the birds and see how they're going. It's probably the warmest day we've actually had so far this winter. We're sort of in spring now anyway, and it's quite warm and humid today. The snakes and stuff are starting to move around. So the birds are really kicking into gear. They want to breed, which is good. You can see them over the back there. It's very, they're onto it. They want to breed, which is good. You want to breed yet? I've got some friends coming for you, don't you worry. The 4 new pairs that are coming, definitely want to get them moving. That's why I've been getting a wriggle on with the other project over here, because I do need to quarantine those new birds into that loft and get them breeding as well. So we kind of really got to get a bit of a wriggle on. Just had to drop that frame rate down a second. It's kind of, as it gets hotter, the camera really doesn't like it as much. It struggles with overheating, but these young birds are doing pretty well. Pretty happy how they're all starting to turn out. They do look quite nice. I like this one. Actually, I like them all so far. They're looking pretty good. Pretty happy and healthy. Some of them are still a little bit funny. We got some of these. He's all right. He's pretty onto it, which is good. He's sort of lead. He's a bit older than the rest, so he is sort of teaching the other ones. But you've got these ones that are pretty young and they're not overly too interested in much interactions just yet. This one's pretty chilled and relaxed, which is good. It's one of Leon Storm's babies, so it's the first one for the season. We've got this other one here. He's a bit funny. Oh, he's getting a little bit more aggressive. That's good. I like them to be defensive of their perch. Really good to see. So we'll keep moving along. I was just in here giving it a bit of a clean out because I spent a few hours this morning doing the project, building the other breeding loft over the back there. So I thought I'd take 5 minutes, but I'm knocking off for the day anyway. No more building. I wanted to clean the birds and have a good look and see what's going on in here. We've got fair happening in here actually, which is good. The pairs are sort of starting to get a bit of a wriggle on, which is really, really good. I am expecting this hen to lay this weekend. Like I said, she's getting pretty close. She's hanging around that nest bowl, and I'd say the same's happening up here with Apache and Little Storm. They moving along really well. I think the key was putting in that more experienced hen with him as well. Sort of done the trick. And he's very caring as well too. I haven't seen, he was very aggressive before, but just with the right hen, he's been really good. And you notice that this is still open. I've had this open for the last day or two. No problems at all. So he's really good. He's onto it. He knows that that's his box. He doesn't want to take any other box, which we've had a problem with. That's always a problem here. And I know a lot of people like, just shut these fronts up like this, lock them in there. I prefer to have it open. It's easier. I can have one big food tray, one water, all the minerals and grits and stuff hanging around, instead of having each individual one and trying to clean these things out every single day, because when they're open they really don't get dirty, which is good. No eggs yet there. The only one that's hatched is this one, and this one. This is the cockbird here, Son of Storm. You just want to hop off there for a second, mate. Come on, I want to pry you off there. Okay. But that's their little baby there. So only one of the eggs was fertile, which is fine. The baby does look really good, so I'm not overly too worried about it. They will raise that one up. I was hoping to probably slide this in under another one, but there's no other ones hatching yet. So you're a very good boy. You do look like a hen, but so's your dad, to be honest. But hopefully you're a fast bird. Hopefully you breed some fast ones. They will be the next ones to hatch. Let's continue on. Let's get out moving. Alright, so not much is happening in this side. Still waiting for them to lay an egg. They both are a bit slower, like I've mentioned over the last few videos, but not much we can do. They can just take their time. They're both in really good condition. Maybe it's just taking a bit longer. It's probably the weather. I don't know. This is the first hot day we've had, so I'm hoping they sort themselves out. Hopefully they will lay again soon, which is, it'll do. It'll be fine. Just want to hopefully Big Titan gets off. Thank you. Let's bring these guys down to a level that's a bit more easier to manage. So you'll notice this morning I got the new rings on it. So these are the first birds this year to have that new ring on it. The other 4, unfortunately, had to have last year's ring on it because they were just too slow in getting those rings out to us this year. It's good to see those rings are still on there. Trying to get them on a bit early this year because some of our babies last year were massive. And look at this guy. Gosh, I reckon I should say that one is going to be a tiger grizzle. These are both very dark. Very dark in the feathers. Look here. So I reckon this weekend, well, definitely the next day or two, we should be able to see some little quills of feathers starting to come through. So hopefully we'll be able to see if we've got any tiger grizzles in there, because that's the main reason for this pairing, to see if we can get more of these. The only colour that I really want to concentrate on at the moment. Hey, come on, I just want to put the bowl back in that corner. She's a good bum. Alright, I'll put you all back there together. There you go. Good girl. So there we go. We're going to end up with a whole bunch of red checkers and mealies anyway. And then hopefully a little handful of tiger grizzles. But barless, no barless. It's too hard this year. So let's go and have a look what I've been building. Okay, so you can see it's a bit of a mess here. Lots of materials laying around. So what I've done is, if you do remember, I had the original pigeon loft that we had at the last house here, over in this corner. So what I've done is I've stripped this thing completely down, right down, took all the floor, everything off, done some modifications to the framework, and you'll see that that's the actual original floor there, which is the 2.4 by 1.2, and then I added on this little extra piece, so it's actually 2 meters long now instead of the 1.2 meters. So we've gained this here, which is really good. And what we also have gained is height as well, so I can actually walk inside this one. So we've gained a lot of space. What I've done as well is I've pushed the loft up here so it's flush with that angle of the shed. This will be the door, so I will install a door here. I've got it over there from the chicken cage. This whole cage is actually a combination of the small loft we had and the chicken high flyer cage we had, so I've kind of mixed it all together. But it's, yeah, just reusing materials. That's all we're doing, trying to make the most of it. But it's looking pretty good. So hopefully tomorrow, this is all I've done all the framing, finalized all these bits and pieces and the roof and that today. And what I'll do tomorrow, I'm not going to do any more today, it's about lunchtime, so I'll continue on with this tomorrow. So I'll just quickly go around there, clad all that, and then all the cladding's done. I've left the front open for a reason, because I'm not 100% sure yet on how we're going to set it up, but I want to put a little aviary section out here for them so they can come out, have a bath, shower, sit out in the cool breeze. And I've got all these pieces of wire here too to use, so just trying to use it. I haven't had to spend any money yet on this, just reusing what we've got. Hello, Mr. Sparks. So that's what we're trying to do. So I'll clad all this up and try and use a lot of this extra material. We've got a lot of timber here. Not a lot of long pieces, so I'm kind of making do what I can with the shorter pieces. And you'll see I've got a little stash of tin and wooden stuff over here too that I'm trying to utilize. There's the yellow grates. I'm going to try and utilize them again as well in the bottom of the aviary. So I'm trying to figure all that. Will be my tomorrow's project anyway. Once I get this cladded, that door on, I'll work on this front section, and hopefully we can get it done and running, because I should be picking up my 4 new pairs in a couple of days, and I want to put them in here. And once we got them in here, I am going to look at building some new nest boxes. I was considering bringing all the ones in from the other loft in here, but what I might do is just cover that whole wall in nest boxes. So this is just for breeding, so we might be able to fit another 12 to 16 nest boxes in here, and hopefully as the pairs in the other loft finish, we can bring them into this loft and free up those other 2 sections to fit in more flying birds. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. I have moved in these birds into here as well for the time being. They're pretty happy in here, which is good. Got Big King, definitely going to get him down. He's pretty happy. May put a nest bowl in here, don't know yet. I really want to get them just into the big open loft for breeding. And I've just got to try and get through that there. What I did as well, I moved the eggs over here that they had in the other loft, and they've been sitting on them, so I don't know, that's pretty cool. So these ones may stay in here until those eggs hatch, because we might get some more tide grizzles out of them. So I will catch all you guys in the next video. This is pretty much just an update. Didn't get a chance to get one out for you yesterday, but this is what we're working on now. I want to get this done in 1 to 2 days, so most of it's done now. Hopefully tomorrow we can finish off the rest, and then we can do breeding boxes later. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.